What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Just Be Real podcast. I'm your host, Marissa Tong. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode this week. Happy freaking Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. We are officially in the month of May. I hope that brings you some peace, some happiness, something to look forward to, because April was crazy. I don't know if I'm speaking for everyone, but I'm going to speak for myself. April was a crazy month. Just energetic wise, a lot going on behind the scenes with my business. Just so much. If you guys watch the show every week, you know that I'm in the midst of prepping for a show. We're putting on our very first showcase at Real Rhythm Dance and Fitness. So this has been a really fun but stressful time, and it's all going to be worth it. But yeah, I'm just really excited. So in today's episode, I want to dive into two topics. We're going to kind of mesh them together, but I want to talk a little bit about, number one, getting out of a rut. Okay. Number two, I want to talk a little bit about how that rut might be kind of influenced by social media. So we'll talk about how those things connect. First of all, if you guys hear my dog, please ignore him. Y'all know how this goes, okay? If you're just tuning in, if this is your first time tuning into this podcast ever, just know that whenever I do episodes at home, my dog is gonna try his best to distract me. He's gonna try his best to take down this show. Okay, but we're not gonna let him. So just ignore him if you hear. He's in the background wrestling with himself right now. But anyway, let's talk about a rut. Okay, so we might be in this place of feeling I don't know, stuck, feeling not good about ourselves, not feeling motivated, not feeling like anything is going right in our lives. There's so many things that go into feeling like you're in a rut, and you might not call it a rut. You might call it a weird time, or you might feel like your energy's off, whatever you identify it as, right? I think we all go through it in different periods of our life. So these feelings can be sparked up by maybe not feeling happy at work, not feeling satisfied with our job, not feeling good in what we're doing, not feeling fulfilled, right? There's so many different things. If you go back to my last solo episode, we talked about how sometimes when we're not following our purpose, or we're not following what we're really supposed to be doing. Those last two episodes, actually, the one with Christelle where we talked about human design, and the one before that, they both tie into each other. So if we're not feeling like we're living our purpose, if we don't feel like we're doing what we're supposed to do, all those things can bring us to that point of feeling like we're not in a good place, right? Overall, it could be your finances. Maybe you're struggling right now. I feel like a lot of people right now are, just going through a really rough time financially. Things are expensive. Millennials are what the heck? We did not ask to be here. We did not ask to be put into this world to pay rent and all these things. So it's just been millennials and Gen Z coming to this place of adulthood, really trying to figure out okay, how am I going to afford this life? Because we want to do everything, right? And then this ties into social media. We want to do everything because we see everybody doing everything on social media. We want to travel everywhere, right? It's so easy to go on and get stuck scrolling on your reels or scrolling on TikTok and seeing people traveling the world. This person's here, this person's there, seeing this person get some type of deal, right? Seeing this person land a new job, seeing this person get engaged, seeing this person have a baby, right? I think that with social media, there's just this overstimulation. There's an overload of information. There's an overload of us being able to look into other people's lives, right? And what does that cause? That causes us to feel like we're comparing ourselves, or to have anxiety, or to feel like we're not in the right place. All of that really ties into each other, right? So your rut might not even be because you're not in the right place in your life. You could be doing great in your life. You could have 6-figure job, great home, apartment, condo, whatever, right? Love of your life, kids healthy, pet healthy, you could have all these things that most people would consider an ideal happy life. But because you're going on social media and you're seeing that Tom, Dick, and Harry just went to freaking Bora Bora and just bought a house 2 weeks later, and now they're pregnant, and now, it's just and then that makes you feel like you're inferior, or that causes you to think damn, what am I doing with my life? Like, damn, why didn't my boo propose yet? Damn, why am I not pregnant? Right? So there's just so many things that we end up seeing or taking in and internalizing and analyzing in our minds that we see on social media. And a lot of the times, like, we have to check ourselves. We have to check ourselves and realize that whatever people are sharing, whatever people are choosing to share on social media, that is because they're choosing to share it for whatever reason they're choosing to share it. So that could be validation. Maybe they just need to feel like they have something up, one up on other people. Or it could be people just simply trying to share the beauty of their lives, right? Like for me, I love to post travel things. I love to post dance things. I post all the things that make me happy, all the components, all the elements of my life that really make my life feel full, complete, and whole. I share them because I know the importance and the benefits of me sharing them. I know that it's going to inspire somebody else to want those same things, right? Or to go after whatever it is that they want. It doesn't have to be the same things, right? But maybe influencing that person to get moving, go to the gym, influencing that person to go take a dance class, influencing that person to finally book that flight, right? Real hot retreats coming up. I just have to throw that in there, okay? But we have our 2 retreats coming up. So if you want to travel, pull up. But yeah, like you can for sure use social media in whatever way you want to use it for. Do not feel pressured when you go on and you see other people posting this. Oh, I have to post exactly like this. I have to post the same type of text over my video, the same type of caption, the same font, the same cuts, the same edits, the same music, the same audio. It's just like, damn, can we just like take a step back and really think about like what makes us feel good posting? Like genuinely to the point where we're not even like checking for likes or for comments or for people to reply back to us or any of that. Like if you ever find yourself in that position of posting something and feeling like so anxious about like, oh my God, are people going to comment? Oh my God, are people going to like it? Oh my God, are people going to share it? At that point, you're not posting from a good place. You're not posting with good intentions. You're posting because you want that validation and you want people to see you. You want people to respond to you. You want people to react to you. And when we're using social media for those reasons, we're never going to be happy with the things that we post. We have to like what we post. We have to be happy. I love the days where like I post something and I just ghost. I'm like, boom, like you just dropped a bomb and then you're just out. Like I love posting things like that because I know the value of my content. I know the value of what I'm posting. I know that I like my content. Right? If I was following myself, I'd be like, "Oh, I love this content." And that's all that should matter. It shouldn't matter what other people like. And I know there's all these people out here that are going to tell you to post a certain way at a certain time and you need to be posting this to get engagement and you need to be commenting and liking and blah 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 and watching people's stories. It's like, "Damn. Can I get a second to just breathe, to just post something that I really enjoy, that's going to make me happy and might impact at least 1 or 2 people today?" That's always my goal when I'm posting. It's like I want to impact whatever it is, either through the actual photo, picture, video that I'm posting, but also with that caption, right? So your captions, and let's be real, like a lot of people don't read captions. A lot of people don't read, period. I've learned that being a business owner. A lot of people do not read. So those few people that do choose to read my caption, I hope that those are the people that I can impact, right? It doesn't matter if 1,000 people are reading my caption, right? And we've all seen it, right? You could have thousands and thousands of followers. I follow people who have, 60,000 followers, 100,000 followers, and they'll get like, 500 likes? In comparison to the number of followers, that doesn't make sense. And I think this is why so many creators and influencers are so like frustrated and just over it and really focusing on like building for themselves, building communities where they can actually impact people in intimate ways, not just through social media, because we can see that social media, they're going to do what they want to do. They're going to create the algorithm the way that they want to create it. They're going to change things whenever they feel like changing it, and it's like, are we just going to keep conforming to like the algorithm and the way that social media changes things and tells you that you need to now let's post stories. Okay, now let's post reels. Okay, now you got to post in this. It's like, Are we going to keep doing this? Or are we going to focus on the people that are actually supporting us, the people that are actually showing up for us, the people that are actually inspiring us to continue to post, to continue to create good content, right? That should be your motive. Your motive should not be I'm going on to make someone jealous. I'm going on here to post this so that this person can be mad. I'm going on here to post this so this person can want me back. I'm going on here to post this so this job can regret firing me. Like, whenever you do things with ill intent, right? Like, ill intent's going to come back to you, right? So we have to do things with good intentions, things that make us feel good, things that we're not going to regret. So going back to being in that rut, right? When we are in a rut, some good questions to ask yourself are, what am I doing right now that doesn't make me feel good, right? Is it going on social media multiple times a day and just looking at other people's stuff and just soaking in what everyone else is doing, right? But I'm neglecting myself. I'm not taking the time for self-care. I'm not taking time to stretch. I'm not taking time to do my skincare routine. I'm not taking time to go to yoga. I'm not taking time to go to dance class. I'm not taking time to walk in nature, but I have time to go on social media and see what everybody else is doing and allowing that to affect my mood and my actions. That's crazy. That sounds nuts. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And if you're listening to this podcast, the people that are in this community, the growing community, and I just love podcasting because I can reach people from outside where I currently am, right? People in the world. There's people in Germany. Shout out to the people in Germany who like listen to this podcast. People in Germany, France, Nigeria, so many people, and it's like, it's so beautiful to be able to sit here and connect with people all over the world and knowing that like I'm building this community based on authenticity and showing up as myself and inspiring people to also show up for themselves and to take care of themselves and to stop thinking about what everyone else is doing or saying or thinking or not even saying. Sometimes we just make up these things in our head, right? Because so and so didn't like your picture, they don't like you. Because so and so isn't watching your stories, they have beef with you. Like, stop it. Stop. Like, do you hear how crazy that sounds? And this is how we get ourselves in these ruts because we make up stories in our head and we're never satisfied. We have to be able to find the satisfaction in our lives. Where are we not satisfied? Those are the areas where we need to be making changes, the places where we are not satisfied. One thing I've learned about being an entrepreneur is that we always need multiple sources of income, okay? When things are a little crazy with the sales or not looking so good, we can always fall back on those other additional sources of income. So that's why I started drop shipping. It's one of the best ways to make some extra money, increase customer relationships, bring value to your business, as well as grow your brand awareness. I use Printful for all of my shop items. It's super easy if you're an entrepreneur. I know you're probably thinking like, I do not have time to sit here and like order inventory and I'm not trying to hold a bunch of inventory, but I got you. Okay. I wouldn't recommend anything that's going to take up more of your time that you don't have. So with Printful, all you have to do is go on, pick your designs. They even have like pre-designed templates. So if designing shirts and hats and merch is not your thing, then don't worry because you have plenty of options to choose from on Printful. So all you have to do is just create an account, go in. They have so many options as far as products. You can do hats, bucket hats, snapbacks, dad hats, t-shirts, tanks. They even have sneakers and they also have like pet products. I definitely need to get Milo like a cute little bandana. So they have so many things to choose from. It's super easy. And if you use something like Wix or any website like Etsy, you can actually connect Printful directly to your e-commerce website and it'll sync up your items and then you could sell them directly from your website. So it's super easy, very, very easy. All the analytics are there so you can go and check your sales every single month. So if you're interested, check out the link in the show notes and set up your Printful account, okay? Because this year we're all about making money, honey. So check out Printful and let's get this bag. So I just want to encourage y'all to really sit down, get clear, write down your goals for this spring. We just hit a new season. Like spring is really a time to blossom, to bring about new things. Like this is just a great time to reinvent yourself. We've had previous episodes talking about like reinventing yourself, your spring glow up, all of that. So go back, watch those episodes, listen to those episodes, get yourself refocus. Okay. It's time to pour into you, sis or bro, whoever's listening to this. Okay. It's time to pour into you. If you got to take a social media detox, if you got to take a little solo trip, if you got to book a retreat with us, whatever it is that you have to do, let's start doing those things so that we could feel good and wholesome and happy and peaceful. We have to take care of ourselves. So guys, I hope that this episode was helpful to you, and I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that something in this message, something in this podcast really helped you and was just like, aha, yeah, you're right. And I think the best way to implement things when we are listening, because I feel like I do this, I'm guilty of this, of like just listening to podcasts back to back and not really taking the time to like settle and take in that information and just process it and maybe journal about it, or maybe like focus on, okay, like what did I hear from this podcast that I could implement, or what applies to me. So I just encourage you to take that time after this podcast is done to really just sit down and reflect and think about like what was said that like really hit you, and like where do you need to start making those changes in your life. So let's get serious, let's get clear, let's glow up. The sun is shining, hopefully wherever you are. I hope the sun is shining. If not, I hope you at least can just go outside and get some fresh air, because we all need that. So yes, cheers to a beautiful spring, the month of May. I'm looking forward to all the good things. And if you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple, make sure you rate and review the podcast. If you're loving the podcast, please rate 5 stars, share this episode with a friend, or share to your stories on Instagram, tag RiskFitKitty and Let's Just Be Real Pod. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, hit that like button. Okay. If you like this video, like it, help this channel out. Okay. And share with a friend, share. That's how this podcast is going to get around to more people. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support, all the love. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care, y'all. Bye.